Welcome back to the Daily Dispatch. I'm your name, and today we're diving into a topic that affects our everyday lives but is often taken for granted: time zones. Have you ever wondered why we have different time zones, how they came about, and why some countries even change their clocks twice a year? Let's break it down together. For millennia, humanity lived by the rhythms of nature. The sun dictated our days, the moon charted our months, the stars guided our years. Ancient civilizations developed ingenious methods to track time's passage. The Egyptians used obelisks to cast shadows, marking the sun's journey. The Greeks and Romans perfected sundials, transforming sunlight into time. These early timekeeping tools were rudimentary. They relied on celestial events and suffered limitations. A cloudy day rendered a sundial useless. Yet these instruments represented a profound human achievement, the ability to measure and organize time itself. As civilizations grew, so did the need for more precise timekeeping. Religious ceremonies, agricultural cycles, and social gatherings demanded coordination. The invention of the water clock marked a pivotal step forward. Water flowed from one vessel to another, measuring the passage of hours. These clocks, however, required constant monitoring and refilling. Still, they represented humanity's quest to tame time's elusive nature. The Middle Ages witnessed a revolution in timekeeping: the mechanical clock. This ingenious invention replaced flowing water with intricate gears and escapements. These early clocks, often found in churches and town squares, became symbols of progress and human ingenuity. For the first time, time could be measured with relative accuracy, independent of the sun or stars. The development of the pendulum clock in the 17th century further enhanced timekeeping precision. These clocks, with their rhythmic swings, provided a more consistent measure of seconds, minutes, and hours. As clockmaking technology advanced, these timekeeping devices became more compact and affordable. Pocket watches emerged, allowing individuals to carry time with them. The widespread adoption of mechanical clocks had a profound impact on society. Commerce flourished as businesses could operate on standardized schedules. Travel became more predictable as journeys could be timed with greater accuracy. The mechanical clock, once a novelty, became an indispensable tool shaping the rhythm of daily life. The proliferation of mechanical clocks, however, brought about a new challenge: time discrepancies. Each town set its clocks based on the local solar time. When the sun reached its zenith, it was noon in that specific location. This system worked well enough when travel was limited to short distances. With the advent of railroads in the 19th century, however, the limitations of local time became glaringly apparent. Train schedules were thrown into disarray as each town operated on its own time. A journey between cities involved constantly adjusting one's watch, leading to confusion and missed connections. Imagine the chaos: a train arriving at a station, its passengers expecting to disembark, only to find that according to the local time, they were an hour early. The lack of a standardized time system hampered trade, communication, and transportation. It became clear that a global solution was needed. In 1884, representatives from 25 nations convened in Washington, D.C. for the International Meridian Conference. This historic gathering sought to address the growing problem of time discrepancies and establish a standardized system of time zones. After much debate and deliberation, the delegates reached a groundbreaking agreement. The world was divided into 24 time zones, each spanning 15 degrees of longitude. The prime meridian passing through Greenwich, England, was designated as the 0-degree longitude line. All other time zones were measured east or west from this central point. This system, with slight modifications, remains in use today. The establishment of time zones brought order to the chaos. Railroads could now operate on synchronized schedules. International communication became more efficient. The world, once a patchwork of local times, was unified under a single standardized system. Section 5, Sir Sandford Fleming, architect of time zones. While the International Meridian Conference established the framework for time zones, much credit for their implementation goes to Sir Sandford Fleming, a Scottish-Canadian engineer and inventor. Fleming, a visionary thinker, was deeply involved in the development of transcontinental railroads. He witnessed firsthand the challenges of coordinating train schedules across vast distances. Fleming proposed a system of 24 time zones based on the concept of a standard meridian. He also advocated for the adoption of a universal day beginning at midnight Greenwich Mean Time. Fleming's ideas faced initial resistance. Some clung to the tradition of local time, others questioned the need for such a radical change. However, the practical benefits of time zones eventually won over skeptics. Fleming's contributions to standardizing time cannot be overstated. His vision shaped the way we live and interact with time to this day. Section 6. Daylight saving time, a controversial innovation. Daylight saving time involves shifting the clock forward by an hour during summer. The idea is to maximize daylight hours, saving energy and reducing traffic accidents. Proposed by Benjamin Franklin in 1784, DST was widely adopted in the early 20th century. Germany implemented DST in 1916 during World War I. The practice has been debated ever since. The pros and cons of shifting time. The arguments for and against daylight saving time are complex and often fueled by personal preferences. Supporters point to economic benefits like reduced energy consumption and increased retail spending. Extended daylight hours boost tourism and recreation. Critics argue the time change disrupts sleep and increases health risks. Biannual clock adjustments can be confusing and disruptive. The decision to observe DST balances benefits against drawbacks. Section 8. Time zones in the digital age, a shrinking world. In today's interconnected world, time zones play a crucial role in facilitating global communication, commerce, and collaboration. We can instantly connect with people on the other side of the planet, oblivious to the vast distances that separate us. Time zones allow us to schedule meetings, coordinate projects, and conduct business across multiple time zones seamlessly. However, the digital age also presents challenges. The ease of global communication can blur the lines between work and personal time. We may find ourselves responding to emails or attending virtual meetings at all hours, blurring the boundaries between time zones. The rise of remote work further complicates matters. With teams spread across multiple time zones, finding mutually agreeable meeting times can be a logistical puzzle. Despite these challenges, time zones remain an essential tool for navigating our increasingly globalized world. Section 9. Curious cases, time zone anomalies. While the concept of time zones seems straightforward, there are some peculiar cases and anomalies that highlight the complexities of our relationship with time. For instance, China, despite its vast geographical size, operates on a single time zone, Beijing time. This decision, made for political and administrative reasons, means that the sun can rise and set at vastly different times in different parts of the country. Another curious case is Nepal, which observes a time zone that is 15 minutes ahead of its neighboring countries. This unique time zone reflects Nepal's desire to assert its independence and cultural identity. These examples demonstrate that time zones are not merely lines on a map, but reflect political, historical, and cultural factors. These anomalies add a layer of intrigue to our understanding of time zones, reminding us that they are human constructs, subject to interpretation and manipulation. Section 10, the future of time, a universal time. As technology continues to shrink our world, the question arises, could we ever adopt a universal time, eliminating the need for time zones altogether? Proponents of this idea argue that a single global time would simplify international communication and reduce confusion. However, such a change would face significant hurdles. Time zones are deeply ingrained in our daily lives, affecting everything from work schedules to sleep patterns. A universal time would require a fundamental shift in our thinking about time itself. Furthermore, the cultural and political implications of choosing a single time zone for the entire planet are significant. Which time zone would we choose? Would people be willing to adapt to a time that doesn't align with their local environment? While a universal time remains a topic of debate, its implementation faces formidable challenges. Section 11, Time's unending journey. From the ancient sundials to the digital clocks that dominate our lives, our fascination with time continues. Time zones, a testament to human ingenuity and our desire for order, have shaped the modern world. They allow us to navigate a planet of diverse time zones, connecting us across vast distances. As technology advances and our world becomes increasingly interconnected, the future of timekeeping remains an open question. Will we cling to the familiar structure of time zones, or will we embrace new, more unified ways of measuring time? One thing is certain, our journey with time is far from over. It's a journey that will continue to captivate, challenge, and inspire us as we explore the mysteries of this fundamental aspect of our universe.